Hi, my name is Sarah Kessler, and I wanted to share with you one of my absolute most favorite things, NingXia Red, and all of the reasons that I love it. So, one of the things I want to start out and ask you guys at the very beginning is what are your health goals right now? What are the health goals that you have set for your family? And the reason I'm asking that is because if you don't have an idea of what you want for your family's health, you really are kind of directionless, and you will allow a lot of things to come into your home or just become a part of your daily habits that at the end of the day you don't really want there. Personally, I want my family to have energy and vitality, to be living above the wellness line, to just have all of this great support to their immune systems so that when we go out into the world and we experience different um, environments where there's not necessarily germs that we're familiar with, our immune systems are well tuned and able to work and just give us the best outcome ever. So, for us, the easy button in our life is NingXia Red. The NingXia Red, the main ingredient in it is the NingXia wolfberry, and the wolfberry is filled with vitamin and mineral pairs, carotenoids, lutein, protein, fiber, and so many more key ingredients that help your family have not just a couple single vitamins that are isolated here or there, but a whole food nutrition supplement that you can take on a daily basis. And why would you want a whole food versus something that is just a single vitamin? Well, let's just take vitamin A, for example. Vitamin A doesn't grow in the ground, but carrots do. They're rich in beta carotene, along with other nutrients that our body needs so that to convert the beta carotene into the vitamin A that we're going to use. We get many health benefits and everything that we need for healthy skin and our mucous membranes and our immune system and great eye health and vision and all the other benefits that we get from vitamin A from our carrots because it's a whole food. So NingXia Red is an example of a whole food supplement. We have the opportunity to flood our body with a lot of nutrition, and our body, it's designed so that our body can assimilate all of that nutrition and start using it immediately. But then we also have a balance of everything that our body needs to produce those nutritional building blocks within our body. So you're either feeding or you're fighting. Every time you eat or drink something, you're either feeding a disease or you are fighting it. We live in a world where it feels like we constantly have to say no to things that we want to eat or drink or consume because they're harmful to our bodies. One of the things that makes life really easy and convenient sometimes seems to be the thing that is going to work against that health that we want to see in our bodies. But it doesn't have to be this way. Making a few simple health choices can be all the difference that your body needs to live its absolute best wellness. NingXia Red offers broad spectrum antioxidants and phytonutrients. Antioxidants are beneficial for our optimal health, and we don't need high amounts of any one antioxidant to create this strong defense against free radicals. The body has an array of different antioxidants, and key optimal support is the balance. So a healthy diet consists of fruits and vegetables, antioxidants, supplementation as needed from a variety of sources and for optimal health. So what is an antioxidant? An antioxidant is a molecule that inhibits the oxidation of other molecules. So oxidation can produce free radicals, and those free radicals start a chain reaction in your body, and it can cause damage and can even lead to cell death. If a free radical overwhelms our body's ability to regulate them, the condition is known as oxidative stress. Free radicals adversely alter our lipids, our protein, our DNA, and trigger an amount of human diseases, or trigger a number of human diseases. So the application of external sources of antioxidants assists our body in coping with oxidative stress. So an antioxidant like NingXia Red supports you on a cellular level. There are several different species of wolfberries out there, and I told you the wolfberry is just loaded with all those vitamins and minerals and all kinds of great things that work together in your body as a liquid whole food supplement that you can start utilizing right away. But the Lycium barbarum, or the wolfberry that we have in here, that is the one that is the most researched and has the highest levels of antioxidants and proteins and more vitamin C and calcium than any other fruit or vegetable has ever been tested. According to tests, our NingXia wolfberry ranked number one, or NingXia Red juice ranked number one of all juices tested within the ORAC oxygen free radical absorption capacity scale. We are about 250% higher than Zango, Goji, and other health food juices. NingXia is the most antioxidant rich whole food ever tested, and one serving of NingXia Red, which is about 2 ounces, is found to be the equivalent of 7.5 servings of fruits and vegetables mixed together. The cool thing, besides just the wolfberry in our NingXia Red, is we do have an oil mixture blend of orange vitality, yuza vitality, lemon vitality, and tangerine essential oil. Those oils are very rich in D-limonene. And D-limonene is a very well-studied antioxidant that is incredibly powerful to support our entire body. There are also other fruit juices like blueberry, plum, aronia cherry, sweet cherry, pomegranate juice, and grape seed extract that mix out or finish off the rest of our wolfberry NingXia Red juice. So just a little history, because our wolfberry is unique. There are a few different variations of the goji berry or the wolfberry throughout China, but ours is the only one that, like, we're the only ones that have access to this barbarium. I'm going to pronounce it incorrectly. Lycium barbarium. When Gary was first introduced to this wolfberry in 1993, there was a professor of botany at Weber State University named Dr. Cyrus McCall, and he knew that Gary was really interested in whole wellness and was kind of looking for a lot of different things that he could incorporate and add to Young Living's lineup. So he introduced him to a professor that he was familiar with, Professor Chow. And through Professor Chow, he was able to visit China. He was actually able to see all of the testing and all the information that they had. He was able to actually meet some of the people who had been using the wolfberry as part of their daily food intake. And there were people who were living past the age of 100 still working a full-time job and able to walk and function with like full capacities, which he was like, this is amazing. We need to bring this to the US and get this into everybody's hands. So what he took was he took the wolfberry and he mixed it with all those other great ingredients to give us something that was a little bit easier to consume and to make it something that was really easy for you to take every single day and have access to adding it into your wellness routine. So the Lycium barbarum is grown in a small northern area of China near the Yellow River. So as the Yellow River comes down, it washes all of this rich soil into that river valley. And they were pretty poor, so they didn't use any pesticides or any of that other stuff. So it was just all the nutrition that was brought into the soil through the Yellow River and just naturally grown and harvested and taken care of for generations. And because of that, we have a very specific wolfberry species that is inferior to all of the other wolfberry or goji berries that you're going to find on the market. When I started using NingXia Red, one of the things that I thought was pretty amazing was you can drink this as just 2 ounces in a shot glass every day. If you're feeling like you need a little bit more to consume or you want it to be a little bit more fun, you can add a couple drops of a vitality oil. You can add some still water. You can add some sparkling water. You can add some fruit juice. You can play it up and you can make a lot of different combinations to get your NingXia Red into your body every day. It's something that is good for the entire family. So my dogs can consume this. My cat can consume it. My daughter has been drinking it since she was about 2. My husband can drink it. And with the 2 ways that you can get NingXia into your home, through the bottle or through the packet, it's really easy to have it in your fridge or have it in your purse on the go and consume your NingXia wherever you are in the world. The cheapest way that I have found to get NingXia into my home every single day is with the NingXia Essential Rewards Kit. So the NingXia Essential Rewards Kit gives you 4 of these bottles of 25.35 fluid ounces, and it gives you 30 of these travel packs. So if you went to work every single day and you wanted to pack one of these with you in your lunch at work, or if your child was going to school and you wanted to pack one in their lunch for school every single day, they would get their full serving of NingXia very easily outside of the house. And then whoever was at home can drink this in the morning or in the afternoon and get their NingXia with them as well. One of the other things that I really love about NingXia, or the wolfberry, is Gary went and created a whole other line of different items that we can take advantage of that have wolfberry in it as well. So you can purchase this, the wolfberry as itself. You can add it to your yogurt. You can add it to your oatmeal. You can make your own trail mix with it. You can get some of the wolfberry bars, and it'll have the wolfberry added into it as well. Or you can get NingXia Nitro, and NingXia Nitro has wolfberry in it, as well as a couple other things that are really, really great for our cognitive health and supporting the way that our mind works and how we focus throughout the day. So Nitro has, oh, I went too far. I need to tell you what's in it, and I don't have it all memorized. So Nitro is a great option if you are somebody who finds that you need to consume a lot of cups of coffee during the day or grab some sort of caffeinated beverage because you're just feeling a lull and you need that caffeine just to continue focusing and just to finish out your day. So Nitro is a perfect thing to switch out and have a more healthy option. There is a small amount of caffeine because there is chocolate oil in the Nitro, so you're going to get about as much caffeine as you get in a piece of chocolate. But it also has D-rooibos, which helps build ATP in the body. ATP is an energy source that your neurons use to fire. So when you drink your Nitro, it's going to support cognitive function and your physical performance. If you are exercising or doing anything that is a little bit more impactful in your day. Korean ginseng is also in here, and Korean ginseng is well studied for its ability to support normal cognitive function. Korean green tea extract is a naturally occurring source of caffeine as well. So there's going to be less than 30 milligrams of caffeine per tube of Nitro, but you're going to get a little bit from the green tea and a little bit from the chocolate oil that's in here. There's also a lot of B vitamins in here. So if you're looking for a source of B vitamins to help support your nervous system, Nitro is an amazing thing to add onto it. Plus, B vitamins are also really good for brain and cognitive function as well. And then choline is in here, which supports the membrane structure and the essential building blocks, our neurotransmitters in particular. And it just tells our body that it's okay to relax and supports our body's ability to make good memories and retain the memories that we are making. So Nitro is an amazing source for that as well. We also have NingXia Zing, and Zing is a nice, lightly sparkling, hydrating beverage that has a little bit of wolfberry in it, some black pepper vitality oil, lime vitality oil, and it's a really refreshing way to get a little bit of NingXia in your body, but not have any sort of caffeine transfer where you're going to crash later and it's going to dehydrate you a little bit. You'll get a little boost from the Zing, that is also very hydrating at the same time. So one of my favorite ways to drink NingXia every day is to actually take my NingXia Red and my Nitro and my Zing and some Copaiba Vitality and mix those together in a glass and then drink it about 11 or 12 o'clock, sometimes 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just to help me stay focused and just continue on with the day and be very, very productive. And I would encourage you, if you haven't used NingXia yet, to try drinking it for 2 ounces a day for 30 days and then stop drinking it. And after you stopped drinking it, then pay attention to how you feel, because you don't necessarily always notice the benefits that you're getting from NingXia until you stop taking it. And then you realize you had a lot of energy when you're taking NingXia. You weren't as hungry and snacking during the day. You slept better at night. You just felt overall better throughout your entire day when you're drinking NingXia. But sometimes you just feel so good when you're on it, you don't notice it until you take it away. All right, so that's all I have to share with it. Jenna or Caitlin, do you want to share anything about your NingXia routine and how you guys use it?
Sure. I'm Caitlin. So my NingXia routine has kind of changed over the years. When I first started drinking NingXia, I would drink it first thing in the morning, and mainly because I'm not a morning person, and it helped me to not be a jerk to my kids, because it can really help with the emotions. And so it really helped me in that way. Now I drink it more around the same time as Sarah, like late morning, early afternoon, because I have to finish all my water, not all my water, but I drink water first. And so I am a dumper, and I dump probably 2 to 4 ounces into my water bottle. And then I like to add sulfurzyme powder, which I was afraid of this stuff for a long time. Sarah tried to get me to use it, and I was like, it's probably going to be disgusting or chalky or whatever, but it's sweet. So it's yummy. And so I usually add sulfurzyme, and like I said, I'm a dumper. It says half a teaspoon. So there you go. Sulfurzyme is really great for your hair, your skin, your nails, for all your connective tissues, for like everything in your body. It's amazing. And then I like to top mine with some sort of sparkling water, because I like the bubbly drinks, and that's how I drink mine usually. I don't always add sulfurzyme lately because I'm pregnant and my taste buds are weird, and sometimes I'm like, that's too sweet. So I leave it out because I want a more simple drink. I also, Sarah was mentioning a lot of different ways to drink NingXia. I have a member also who didn't really like NingXia, and so she would mix it with warm water and drink it as a tea, and she liked it that way. So there's so many options. Another thing I like to do with my kids when they're little, like especially toddler age, is get the packets. We do the ER kit every month too. So I have the pouches, packets, whatever, and I put a straw in it, and that way they suck it out. Because if I just give them a cup, or if I give them this, it ends up everywhere. But with the straw, they're pretty clean. So that's usually how we do NingXia in our house.
That's awesome. We do the drink that Caitlin was talking about too, the red drink with the sulfurzyme. Lyle does that with, he adds the lime oil, and I really like that too. I sometimes forget to add the lime, but how do we NingXia? Oh my gosh. So we've been taking NingXia on a regular basis, I don't know, since the end of 2015, I think. I started with Young Living at the beginning of 2015. So a long time. But in the beginning, we couldn't always afford to order it every single month. And so I would notice we would stretch it like as far as we possibly could and just take like a half an ounce or like an ounce. And you do what you got to do. But I knew that just getting the antioxidants daily was really important. But there were definitely some stretches when we didn't have it, and I did notice a difference in how I was feeling just overall. I think NingXia helps me just feel level. And then I use Zing for energy, or the Nitro if I have to focus, plus energy because it's got the B vitamins in there too. So yeah, I was gonna share a couple of fun facts about NingXia. Sarah, I think, has covered most of these already at the beginning, but I'll just share a couple of my favorites. So I just find it fascinating that the wolfberry is one of the earliest known superfruits. And Chinese medicine is really cool. I mean, there's so many really neat health benefits in all of Chinese medicine, but the fact that the wolfberry is one of the earliest known superfruits is pretty cool to me. And then the people who live in the Ningxia province in China and consume the wolfberry regularly have been shown to lead long and healthy lives. I know she mentioned that beginning of the class, but it's just true. Like, it's part of their daily life and they have it easily accessible there. And we've tried the wolfberries. They're actually really tasty. I haven't tried wolfberry tea yet. That's still on my checklist to do that. But I wouldn't go a day without NingXia, honestly, unless I forget, which is randomly happens. But yeah, I'm trying to think. Malin started getting NingXia. She's my 3-year-old. We started giving that to her before she was 1, probably around 8 months or so, just little sips here and there when she needed a boost. And then now that she's a toddler, I try and give it to her a bit more regularly, though Lyle and I like to try and keep it for ourselves a lot of the time. But she does get NingXia probably a few times a week. It's her special juice, and a lot of times too, I'll water it down for her, and so she gets like a bigger glass of juice. And then it's also really fun to freeze these little guys in the summertime for a refreshing, like NingXia slushy or popsicle, whatever. We've done that. And that's fun. What else do we do with our NingXia? Oh, I love making a berry smoothie. Like, we'll do strawberries and like a splash of NingXia and coconut milk and pineapple or banana, and it just makes a smoothie really super yummy. Like, smoothies are good by themselves, but when you add NingXia, there's just a little added boost to it. And yeah, if I think of more things, I will pop on and share. But basically, I think everybody needs it. I have my parents taking it. Lyle's parents take it every day. Other family members take it and they won't stop taking it because they can see the difference in their daily life. And I think for me too, it's the longevity. Just investing in my health now is really, really important.
I totally agree with you, Jenna. And the investment that you're doing now has payoffs that you'll see later. And when you talked about your parents, that made me think about my mom. Funny story with her. She when she signed up, she started with the NingXia Red kit. Like, that's how she got started with Young Living. And she started drinking it right away. She had it in her fridge, but she was really inconsistent with drinking it. It would kind of be like, oh yeah, I have this kind of thing when she would open the fridge. And she's like, oh, this is in here. Maybe I should drink an ounce. My dad was a lot better at being consistent drinking it, but my mom was just kind of like here or there type of, drinking. And she went to one of her yearly physicals, and her doctor said, you know, we're concerned about your cholesterol levels, and we're going to start looking at putting you on a medication. And she was like, okay, so what do I need to do? Like lose some weight? And the doctor's like, yeah, if you like lose some weight, it's gonna have a positive impact on your cholesterol levels and all this other stuff. And my mom's like, okay, I'm gonna do that. Just give me another year. And she came home from her doctor's appointment and she's like, what am I supposed to do? I just totally lied to my doctor. There's no way I'm going to change my eating habits, go work out every. She's like, that I just completely lied. And I was like, well, what do you think you can do every day? And she's like, well, maybe I could change the way that I eat. I'm like, Mom. And she's like, okay, I don't know. And I'm like, well, why don't you start with something that's easy? Why don't you just make sure that you're consistent drinking your NingXia every single day? And then that helps me with cravings. So maybe you won't snack. And if you're not snacking, maybe that'll impact your health. I don't know. So she got really good at drinking her NingXia every single day. And then a year later, she's calling me and she's like, oh crap, I have my doctor's appointment. She's going to take blood and she's going to know I lied, like lied really bad last year. And I was like, Mom, don't worry about it. Just whatever. I mean, if you have to go on a medication, you have to go on a medication. Just go in there, take your tests, and just figure it out. We'll figure it out. So she goes in, they take her blood, and then her doctor calls her on the phone. And normally a nurse calls her with her test results, never the doctor, but the doctor calls her on the phone and she's like, we need to talk about your test results. So my mom's panicking. She's like, oh crap, it must be really bad. Because she was like, I did not restrict myself from anything. And the doctor's like, your numbers have never looked so good. What did you do? And she's like, well, I ate everything I felt like eating, but I did actually listen to my daughter and I got consistent on one thing in my life that was good for me. So just drinking NingXia and going willy-nilly with everything else in her life, she was actually able to make a positive impact on the numbers that her doctor wanted to see, enough to a point where her doctor called her personally and said, these are the best numbers you've ever had. So even just a small thing like incorporating 2 ounces of NingXia into your diet every day will have that positive impact that you want, even if you're not quite ready to make all of the changes that you need in your everyday life for your wellness routine. You just want to, you know, kind of do whatever you want, which is how my mom was living. And if you want every single piece of information that you can ever know about the NingXia Wolf Berry, this book is pretty thorough sized, but it's called NingXia Wolfberry, the Ultimate Superfood. And Gary Young co-wrote this book with Dr. Ronald Lawrence and Mark Schrader. And there's a lot of information on here, and it really breaks down each of the ingredients that's in a wolfberry and how it's going to have that positive impact specifically on all the different body systems. So if there's something specific that you're looking for, you can find it within that book. But if you don't have Young Living yet, and it's something that you want to just get started with the NingXia Red kit today, and you want to start drinking your 2 ounces of NingXia every day, or make sure that everybody in your family is doing what Jenna was suggesting, like at least getting half an ounce to an ounce every single day, just getting started wherever it works within your family's budget, you can go to youngliving.com and choose become a member. And when you go down to the membership kits, there are some specialty kits and other premium kits. And the NingXia Red starter kit comes with 2 bottles of this 25 ounces of NingXia Red. It comes with 30 of these 2-ounce travel sachets that you can use for traveling to work or to school, or just have with you in your purse or your car. And then it comes with 14 tubes of, or is it 14? Yes, it's 14 tubes of the Nitro as well. So then you have those for your work days, or when you really need to focus, or you just need a little bit extra B vitamins for the energy. So you can select the NingXia starter kit, and then it's going to ask you, do you want to enroll in Essential Rewards? And personally, if you are going to continue to drink NingXia every day, the absolute best way to have your NingXia in your home for the lowest price is the NingXia Red Essential Rewards Kit. So you'll say, yeah, start my NingXia Red kit for my first order, and then go over here, and then this NingXia Red Essential Rewards Kit for $194.50. That's what I was talking about, where it comes with 4 glass bottles and the 30 pack of the 2-ounce travel sachets that I get in my order every month or every other month. Just depends on how fast your family goes through it and drinks it, really how many people you have in your home as well. And since your order is over that 100 PV, you're always going to have free shipping on your NingXia, which is really important because shipping glass bottles of NingXia can get a little expensive. So it's really nice that Young Living does free shipping on the NingXia ER kits every single time you add them to your Essential Rewards order. And we do want to make sure that our NingXia comes in this glass. If we're going to do these big bottles, this glass is actually specially designed so that all of the anything that interacts with this on the outside is not somehow getting into the inside and causing oxidative stress or any sort of breakdown to happen on the inside of the bottle. It's actually like very well designed to just keep your NingXia juice as fresh as possible. And then these sachets are super handy for traveling through different situations as well. So after you choose your NingXia Essential Rewards, 30 days from when you get signed up, you'll just get that rewards kit sent to you, and you can log in and change out anything in your order at any time if you want to. So then just to finish the sign up process, you just add your name, your address, choose your username and sign in information that you'll use going forward. And then when it asks for the sponsor and enroller, just use the person who invited you to check out Young Living, use their member number or ask them for that number specifically, and you will become a part of our Young Living community. And then we can add you into our monthly member group where we talk about NingXia and we share our red drink recipes and all of the fun ways that we dress up our NingXia every single day and consume it in different ways, so that it's honestly like, I've been consuming it for about 11 years and I still haven't gotten bored yet. So it's fun to just have some new and some fresh ideas every now and then, and to maybe get like, this is my smoothie recipe, or this is how I like mix all of the stuff together and I get this like nutrition power pack, or to hear from somebody who is pregnant and maybe you just found out you're pregnant, or to hear from somebody who is, you know, on a later end of their life towards retirement, and they've had some serious wins with their doctor appointment, you know, just different people adding their voices in there. And it's great to just have a community where we can all come together and share what's working for us, and then ask our questions if we have anything that's not quite working for us as well. So I just want to encourage you guys, try the NingXia for 30 days and then stop if it's brand new to you, and ask yourself a couple questions after a few days, like, how do I feel in comparison to how I felt before? And am I missing it? Because if you are, then you definitely want to start drinking your NingXia Red again.